other videos, I've been having some battery problems recently. So here's the battery out of my bike. Went online, googled it, got the right part numbers and picked up a replacement battery. But before you do any kind of changing and do any kind of maintenance work, the best thing really is to compare your old bit of kit to the new bit of kit. I'm really chuffed that I did this before I started. Slight problem. So, YTX12A-BS. It's a great battery, it will absolutely do a fantastic job, but you'll notice here it's about 1 inch too tall. So it will fit, and I've read online about lots of people doing modifications, but what happens is when you put this one in, it means that the tray won't sit down flush. Look, I'll show you. And you can see here, there's just no way that fuse box tray is going to sit down flush. Battery's been exchanged, it's now the correct battery, and I've measured it up against the one that I've taken out of the bike, and it's the same size, so that's fantastic. Really important note to start off with, we're working battery acid, yeah, this is really, really nasty stuff. It's important to wear gloves, it's important to wear some eye protection. So, inside the box, what we've got here is the sulfuric acid, we've got the battery itself, we've got a new connector, nuts and bolts, and we've got the instruction manual as well. So what we're looking at here is a straight up 12 volt battery, and you'll notice that it's sealed across the top. So when we peel this off, inside the battery you can see the 6 cells, and you can see there's a sharp sort of plastic protruding from them. That's going to puncture the silver lining on the electrolyte in a moment. You'll notice on the top of the electrolyte they've got this black cap on, which we're going to need to take off, but please be really careful. Don't just rip at it and throw it away, because this black cap here is going to form the black cap on the top of the battery. So we'll take that off nice and carefully. So you can see that's effectively going to fit on. At the moment we've got our battery with the lead plates inside, but there's no electrolyte. So here's the positive terminal and here's the negative one. And you'll see that without the electrolyte in, it's not really reading any voltage. So we've got the 6 individual cells of the sulfuric acid, and what we're going to do is line them up with these holes here and just push it down gently but firmly. Now you can hear it and you can see the bubbles flipping right up to the top here. In the battery now, so to check the voltage again, there, jumped up to 12.6 volts. So at the moment the battery is about 70% charged just with the solution going in. It would be disastrous to use the battery now. It would do the battery and the long-term lifespan of the battery a lot of damage to use it. What we're going to do is let the solution settle, and then we're going to put it on a slow charge. So again, that very first charge, it's important to invest that time, because you'll find that the lifespan of your battery lasts so much longer. Okay, it's been left for the fluid to drain. So just rock it backwards and forwards just a little bit, just to make sure that all the fluid from all of these individual cells has come off. And very carefully we'll lift that up. Any residual, just wipe off the top there. Now we're going to put the cap on loosely. Going to leave it for about an hour or so. The cap's going to go on loosely just to allow it to vent slightly before we give it its first charge. So I'm going to leave it for an hour. So it's had an hour or so to settle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this cap on. Just literally just push it down nice and firmly. Don't be tempted to hit it with anything, just individual pressure should be enough. And there you can see that battery is now completely sealed. So we're ready to charge. So you've got 2 settings, you've got a min and a max, so we're going to make sure it's on the very minimum setting, because we really want a slow charge to this. We're going to leave it switched off. Okay, connect the positive to positive. negative to negative. Okay. Make sure it's on minimum. And there we have it, we'll leave it to charge. I'm going to leave it to charge overnight, come back and see what the voltage looks like in the morning. Battery's been on charge overnight, so I can switch that off. Now that that's switched off, we'll take off the positive and the negative. And we'll now have a look and see what voltage our battery has got. 13.8. Brilliant, ready to put back into the bike then. New screws came in the pack, so I'm going to use those. So it's just a case of screwing down the terminals. With the battery all fitted, it's clearly working the electrical items on the bike. So for example, the main dash, the headlights. But here, let's see if it starts the bike. I love that sound.